What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we just reacted to characters that are 100% black. Probably he means superhero characters or cartoon characters. Now, I can see right through the character, you know what I mean? There's some characters that I think that are black in like superhero movies and like, cartoon shows, games, stuff like that, you know what I mean? That they probably have a black actor behind. God of War, bro, the old Kratos had like a black voice actor behind it. You know what I mean? You just gotta see through that and then see like their actual colors, like their real race colors. You know what I mean? But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Make sure y'all go pull up to that Instagram for more videos or for more updates when I'm on from YouTube. Make sure you tap into the Discord. It's gonna be lit for more future videos. Let's get to this video.
Go, Bozo!
You tricked me! Everybody hates me!
No, little dude, honest.
Hold on. I hate him. As a huge cartoon and TV show watcher myself, I can humbly say that I am 100% a pioneer to this shit, fam. I'm telling you. I'm talking about if you need something to watch tomorrow, I got you, fam. I got you for real. I've watched at least a couple hundred cartoons, shows, movies, and anime in my life. Go from things like watching the entire MCU to watching cartoons you probably never.
Like I said in my other video, in the Will Smith video, there is not that much black cartoons or black shows out there, bro. There's not that much. There's not that. Don't let anybody tell you that too. There's not that much at all. My God, we had Wonder Years not even like 5 years ago. And they canceled the whole next season. My God. I'm not talking about the white version. I'm talking about the black version on Hulu. Yes, there is a black version of Wonder Years. It was super good. Why did they cancel Boondocks? Oh, because it was too graphic. They were talking about graphic stuff. They were saying the N word. Yeah, right.
From like Super Noobs on Cartoon Network and anime like Hitman Reborn, which is the most underrated anime I could possibly think of, fam. Everyone needs to go watch Hitman Reborn. It's amazing. It's an S anime and it's fire, bruv. Go watch it, trust me. But cartoons were hopefully a part of your childhood as much as they were mine. And as much as how cold shows were because of the stories or characters that were in them, it was also because of the representation within the shows. Things like showing off different cultures, they're speaking whole different languages, to even you know where the characters are originally from because you're from there. And in this video, I'll be talking about characters that are definitely black, fam. As I'm saying to you, man, right now, even though they might not have the skin color, when I see a brother, fam, I see a fellow brother, you feel me? With that being said, let's get straight into it. Starting with one of the most black coded characters of all time, Knuckles the Echidna, fam. Now we know Knuckles is one of the most black coded characters of all time, from him having dreadlocks to him having a whole Jamaican vibe to all his stage music from the Sonic Adventure games all being rap music. Knuckles is up there on the pinnacle of all characters we all know that are 100% black, fam. Like in Sonic Prime, one of the variants of Knuckles is literally called Captain Dread. Like at that point, they're trying to tell us he's a black guy. They even darkened his skin in Sonic Adventure 2, making this guy look brown skin. I know a real brother when I see one, bro, trust me. But low-key, I don't think Knuckles is only black. I think Knuckles got a Native American background to him too, with the whole Echidna tribe backstory from the first Sonic Adventure game, with his whole tribe having a whole similar aesthetic and the same buildings as the Mayans, fam. But I'm pretty sure Knuckles' design was based off Jamaican people anyway. But all the man them know Knuckles is black, fam. That's why Sega got Idris Elba to voice Knuckles in the movies and
I'm not gonna be surprised if he's like really African. You know what I mean?
Sure. They know my boy too well, fam. They know him too well. And I'm not gonna lie, Sega. How does Knuckles not have his own 3D game yet, bro? How you finna give Shadow 2 games just dedicated to him? Yeah, my boy Knuckles.
I could tell you some anime characters race. Naruto is like Japanese, white, mixed. Goku's like, he looks Hispanic and he looks like Japanese mixed too. And then I think Gojo is only white. But he's in he's from Japan, so like I don't know. Some white people be from Japan and you don't even know it, and they're secretly like Chinese or Japanese or something like that.
Yeah, don't piss me off, fam. What are you talking about? But no shade to Shadow 05 and Generations. They're cold on Sonic games for real. But another black person we got from Sonic is Vector the Crocodile. And you know why he's a black person? Because Vector wears a bunch of gold, fam. Vector is dripped out in gold, bro. He's got gold braces on his gloves and shoes. And he's wearing a whole gold-plated Cuban link chain. I know you know a couple of men that wear gold Cuban links, bro. And Vector is literally dripped out in all that shit all the time. It's his trademark look, fam. Not to mention, Vector is also black because he
Yeah, he be also having headphones on, so that's how you know. That's how you know he gets into his music. He's definitely up there.
stays chasing money. Think about it. The Chaotix are the only group out of all the Sonic Heroes teams that actually be operating off the real world. Team Sonic out here trying to stop Eggman. Team Dark were also trying to get at Eggman. Team Rose were just following Team Sonic. And the Chaotix, they were on a job they were trying to chase money for. They stayed chasing this paper, fam. Instead of saving the world, they got the bills to pay. They got to get their money up to pay rent. I'm talking about these men will probably be so unprovoked to save the world unless they were going to make money from it. I'm not going to lie to you. And it sounds kind of trash, but if we're being honest there, everything has a price, fam. Everything's too expensive, bruv. And Vector and the Chaotix are just trying to pay their rent. But that's what makes the Chaotix the best team in my opinion.
You gotta even pay the price to even like go in the hospital or get saved by the cops.
Is that instead
Just
of
imagine paying $1, like, okay, since I saved you, you're gonna need to give me your cash, bro. That's why I like that one episode in Hungry Danger, bro. Oh my gosh,
chasing a
that's
goal?
what actual heroes would do in real life. Like, there's no way they would save someone for free, you know, and they would have the heart to. They would probably do it the first day, and then probably the second day they'll just say like, okay, it's $100 to save you now.
Or saving the world or trying to influence it. They're just at those places because they're trying to pay their rent. And I can heavy relate to this because I'm broke as hell, fam. I'm talking about I eat water for breakfast, fam. It's actually cold out here. And Indeed don't want to hire anybody anymore. Applying for a job is just useless, fam. Big man thing. Like, you could be applying to different types of jobs that are basic as hell. Like a waiter or a kitchen porter or even just one.
Yeah, bro. In fact, Tammy a million from saving you from the fire. Fuck out of here,
One of them annoying people walking around asking for donations in Stratford. Them people are so jarring, fam. But places like Indeed or LinkedIn are out here asking you for experience like you were just the president or something. Suck your mum, fam. What are you talking about, bro? But we getting off topic here. The Chaotix is probably the most underrated Sonic team. They up there with the Babylon Rogues and Team Hooligan. Elite ball knowledge if you know some of these men. And Vector is one of the most underrated Sonic characters in the series. And the fact that he wears full on gold like he's a 90s rapper and his moral compass is driven by money, he's defo black, fam. He's 100% black, I'm telling you. Going on to my next character, we have Garnet from Steven Universe. And Garnet is most definitely black, bro. If Garnet doesn't give you the vibe of being a black woman, you're tweaking out here. I'm not gonna lie to you. She got a whole ass afro on her head, and I know she be carrying that afro sheen everywhere. Garnet is one of the big.
Yeah, the reason why they're not like customizing her as black is just because she has the whole like costume on. But that's a real afro.
Biggest representations of black people in cartoons. Her whole demeanor with giving Steven wisdom, being confident, being emotionally mature and understanding, and a good leader to the Crystal Gems. These are things you see a lot in black people, especially our strong melanated queens. When I was younger and when I used to watch Steven Universe when it was airing on Cartoon Network, I could just tell Garnet was black from the way she was designed, to how she would act around Steven and the rest of the Crystal Gems, to even the way she would be moving when she would be doing her fusion dances. Garnet gotta be one of the most black coded characters of all time, and Steven Universe is one of the best cartoons of all time. The story is fire, characters fire, the movie was fire, and the music is fire. Also, Estelle voices Garnet, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I only know Estelle from that one song with Kanye, and I'm sorry, I'm not that culture, bro. I'm sorry, I don't know Estelle like that, man. But we love Garnet, and Garnet is one of the biggest characters that gives some of the biggest black representation in cartoons. And speaking of representation, we have to talk about Darwin from the Amazing World of Gumball, fam. We all know collectively that Darwin is a black boy, and let me tell you the episode where I figured this out, and my third eye opened, revealing me to the truth behind this. So in the episode titled The Quest, Anais loses her Daisy toy. So Gumball and Darwin go looking for it and realize Tina took it. So Gumball, Darwin, and Anais go to Tina's yard, which is a whole scrapyard, and I'm not gonna lie to you, when I saw this, I was like, damn. I didn't know y'all was out there struggling like that. Like, she full on sleeps on a whole pile of steel rods, fam. That's messed up. So Gumball, Darwin, and Anais go over there and try to carefully get the doll from Tina because she's sleeping with it. And they successfully do retrieve the doll. But then the doll holds them and makes a whole loud ass donkey noise waking up Tina. So now they're all trying to escape her, running for their lives. And this scene is what confirmed Darwin was black for me, fam. Gumball was wondering where Darwin was when they were running. And then Darwin just comes out of nowhere and just outpaced Gumball and Anais, looking like Usain Bolt.
That's the power. That's like the secondary power of black people. You know, that's like the super attack almost, or the super speed that they have and that they boost. You know what I mean? Bro, if I was in the woods and if I heard something and if I saw like a shadow of something or like a shadow figure, like a silhouette, I'm running, bro. I'm running. I'm running. Best believe if it's 7 feet tall, bro, you're gonna be seeing me sprint like a cheetah, my guy.
Bruh.
I have extreme anxiety in me, and bro, once I get scared, I get scared. You're not gonna try to prep me to go to this random woods that I don't even know about. You already know how black people go.
And as soon as
We had that secret power in me. We have that secret power in us where, you know, we go a little bit too fast. When we hop in the basement or in the woods or somewhere that's chasing us, you know what I mean?
I saw that, I knew he was black, man, because us black people be sprinting for our lives when we see danger, man. I'm talking about if I was walking late at night and I see 5 men right in front of me in black clothing wearing ballies and shanks, I'm gone, fam. What you talking about? I'm out of there. Darwin is an Olympic level sprinter, fam. I'm talking about he definitely would be out here breaking world records. He was out here moving like a speedster, man. Darwin is professionally a black person, not only because he's always running away from crazy situations at Mark 10, but also because he's literally a confirmed black character. Cartoon Network see him as a black person, and even in the show he has a black human version of himself in that one weird episode that I'm not going to talk about. And in the episode The Heist, where Richard robbed the bank and now they're trying to figure out how to return the money, in Richard's idea of how it would go, look at Darwin, fam. Ain't no party like a Darwin party, you feel me? And by far the biggest reason why Darwin is black, the biggest piece of evidence I had to this back in the day, was in the episode The Microwave, where Gumball and Darwin make a whole monster and Gumball was out here calling Darwin the father to it. And as soon as Mama heard he would be the dad, Darwin was about to vacate the premises. I'm talking about get the milk forever, fam. Sounds too close to home for me, but we all been knowing Darwin's black. I mean, this is something we were all certain of before they even confirmed he's a black person, man. And Darwin is by far my favorite in the Amazing World of Gumball. I was relating to Darwin most of the time in the show, and when he started talking to that fine shit Carrie, I had to give this man his flowers. W Darwin! The Amazing World of Gumball's on the Mount Rushmore being one of the best cartoons of all time on Cartoon Network, fam. And with it getting a new season after 67 years, I'm low-key gassed for this, man. I'm gonna binge this shit, bruv, when it comes out. I'm telling you. Going on to my next character.
There's no way you would think these characters are black like when you first watched this as a kid. I don't think you probably thought of their race or skin gender at all, like or their gender, whatever, bro. Like you probably just like watch the show, you know what I mean?
We gotta talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and specifically I'm talking about my boy Raphael. I remember when I first watched the live action TMNT movie and saw how Raphael was moving. I can 100% tell you that he's a black guy, man. Raphael has always been moving like he's black coded since the 2003 TMNT show, and Raphael out of the 4 is without a doubt a fellow brother, fam. As for the rest of the Ninja Turtles, hell no, they're not black, fam. I mean, you could argue this, like I think all of the Turtles in the live action movies are black people 100%, and the same goes for all the Turtles in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But in the shows, nah, bro. There's a clear distinction there between Raphael and the rest of them. Raphael always carried a different vibe and tone compared to the rest of his brothers, and it's kind of like his personality is something I think some black people, including myself, can relate to a lot more. But compared to Donatello, hell nah, don't get it twisted.
No, I don't feel like he's black. Some white people can be randomly angry like that, but it's like he probably studied black people, you know what I mean? He probably like seen black people act up before or like square up before, and he's like, all right, I'm about to act like that near my brothers, because they be doing some random stuff when they get out of that sewer.
Donatello is my second favorite Ninja Turtle. He's tough, fam. But is he a black person? No. Mutant Mayhem Donatello is 100% black. I see a reflection of myself in this man when he was wearing a JoJo hoodie in that movie. That shit was tough. But TV show Donatello, like that 2012 one, is 100% not a black guy, man. This guy is a snow bunny hunter, bruv. Look at the way he was feeling over April. And for the people that say Michelangelo could be black, I have never agreed with that statement in my entire life. Michelangelo always gave me the impression of him being a whole white teenager with him having a surfer accent and loving skateboards. Like he's never given me personally the impression of even being black coded. I always looked at Michelangelo like he was fresh out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater ad. Like I don't know what the hell the rest of you man were thinking, I'll be honest. And Leonardo ain't black either. See, Leonardo gives me more of an impression that he's more Asian or more Asian coded, with him even acting a lot more like Master Splinter, who's originally from Japan. Like I always looked at Leonardo as the prodigy to Master Splinter, being an exact replica of him and following all of his teachings. But instead of being
black people can train like that too. Bro, there's some black mixed with Asians out there, or some random black people that can train in sparring, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and Kung Fu, and play with swords or like train with swords in kung fu or something like that. There's some black people like that. There's some black people like that. You know what I mean?
Alright, he just a turtle. But to me, he gives me more of a vibe of being an Asian.
When I watched the movie, I always thought like every turtle was black and stuff. You know what I mean? Cause they just acted like that. You know.
I'll be honest with you, man. But Raphael is 100% a black man. Especially all the direct versions of Raphael. They're 100% black, man. No doubt about it. But now, my people, we're gonna talk about somebody who headlines in this conversation. I'm talking about every time
but black people could train. They could train in kung fu classes.
Somebody makes a video or talks about the topic of characters who are black, they 100% mention this guy, fam. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Piccolo, the Afro Namekian. Piccolo is by far the most black-coded character in all of fiction. Him and Mr. Schnitzel, because Mr. Schnitzel definitely is a black guy. But we're gonna leave talking about him for another time. Piccolo and his fellow African Namekians were just straight up a bunch of black people, fam. Piccolo has shown many times how he's a black person. Like, he's low-key exactly like a black dad.
He's a black person, but he's just like a different type of black person, you know what I mean? He's a different type of African.
Strict, takes shit seriously, and always has a quiet, uptight demeanor. Like, I don't even remember the last time I've seen Piccolo laugh. This guy stays looking serious, fam. Like, you can tell the difference between Goku and Piccolo heavy, as you can see times where Goku is a lot more jokey and playful around his kids, but this man Piccolo was out here giving Gohan serious work when he was literally 4 years old. This guy can barely make a whole sentence, and Piccolo had him in a forest running from dinosaurs. This guy's crazy, man. Piccolo's representation has to be based off black dads, bro. He's disciplined, stoic, resilient, and pushes you to the next level. This guy literally threw Gohan out of a mountain to unlock his potential and literally left him in a wasteland to fend for himself. But you know what? It ultimately made Gohan a better fighter. So really,
I'm not gonna be surprised if like Piccolo ends up being like Indian or something like that. Don't you feel like that? Like like something in my head is telling me that, you know? Like he's mixed like African and Indian, you know? There's some African and Indians out there too.
it was what was best for him. Not only did I see that, but
Indians be like that too.
Goku saw it too when he asked Piccolo to help him teach Goten and Trunks the fusion dance, handing him that responsibility because he knows Piccolo can handle shit. And now we gotta talk about how Piccolo always stays fly, fam. Like every time he pull up to a fight, he always hitting something low key. He gotta show the villains his fit and how he always looking crispy for the camera. Even when he starts taking off his weighted clothes, he literally be doing it like a black person, I swear down. Piccolo is such a drip connoisseur. The guy literally has the ability to give you clothes no matter where you are or what condition you're in. This guy literally got a power to make sure you always stay drippy, fam. Like, what are we even talking about here? I remember the episode where Goku and Piccolo were having driver lessons, and this man Piccolo comes out in the flyest fit. He looked fresh out of 90s sitcom with the heat he had on. Piccolo and Vegeta were the first two people in Dragon Ball to have that shit on for real. I'm saying, when I saw him in those garms, I knew he was black, no doubt.
Let me see that again.
First in the fly.
Okay, that's some evidence. That's some evidence.
His fit. He looked fresh out of 90s sitcom.
That's what they were wearing in like the years that came out. That's what they were wearing when Dragon Ball Z came out. That's what the black people were wearing.
The heat he had on. Piccolo and Vegeta were the first two people in Dragon Ball to have that shit on for real. I'm saying, when I saw him in those garms, I knew he was black, no doubt about it, fam. And then we gotta talk about Piccolo's dramatic entrances. Like how villains always gotta be doing crazy shit to catch a hero's attention. Piccolo always comes into fights acting like he got a camera on him at all times, fam. Like in the BoJack movie when Gohan was about to get obliterated, Piccolo comes in and uses special beam cannon to get rid of the blast, and look at my man just standing there. Bro's in the perfect angle with his cape blown in the wind and shit like he's Batman. 10 out of 10 performance here, man. And even in the first Broly movie, look at him, you can't even see his face, his cape is in the way, you can't even see who it is, fam. But guess what? Piccolo was still aura farming in this shot, man. Piccolo definitely out of all the people I've mentioned in this.
He's aura farming more than Batman at this point. Look at him, like he's just copying his flow, but just better.
Video gotta be the most blackest character I've seen in fiction. I mean, when I was a kid first watching Dragon Ball Z on the legendary.
That's the thing about black people, you know, once they like get an opportunity to play a sport or something like that, or get better in anything, probably acting classes, they would get better than that white person that's trying to get better than them. Like, I would definitely be better than a white person, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll lose once, because I sometimes lose a lot, but, you know, I'm gonna get up and win, bro. Like, one of these days, I'm gonna get up and win, you know what I mean? Like, and straight up, just like some black people just automatically went off the bat, you know what I mean? If there was one of my friends in football, and they wanted to try out, and they wanted to get on the team in middle school, and bro, this friend was like so like he was so like dedicated to beat this white kid in the team. And he was so mean. He was so mean to him, bro. He was like telling him that you'll be nothing, trying to be better than him, you know, trying to be better like in the QB or defense in him or at him or something like that. And then literally the next day after like, I think it was after school, after tryouts, it was in middle school. But the next day he came to me, he's like, bro, I beat that white kid's ass. And I'm like, bro, good shit, bro. I would even be doing that. Bro, it wouldn't even take me the first try to even beat him.
Channel kicks, rest in peace to the GOAT. I always knew Piccolo was black. I used to think Piccolo...
He didn't make it to the team. So that proves to you, like, black people, they get better. They will get better, bro. If you try doubting them, they will get better.
Tubman was a wave cap because I thought he had waves underneath it. Until he showed his bold ass head when he was fighting Raditz. That shit was low-key hurting my eyes. It was reflecting the sun, fam. But Piccolo is definitely a black person. I mean, bare people already have said this and they might as well confirm it now. From his whole demeanor, to his drip, to his aura farming, and even just how Piccolo is as a whole character. However, I'm gonna be honest here, man. Piccolo gets folded most of the time. Like, this guy gets put in a blender. It's tragic to watch, low-key. First move when Broly just drop kicks this man and sends him flying like he's Team Rocket. Or even when Cell Gods get back and absolutely violate the shit out of this man. Piccolo got his fair share of getting his shit rocked, but despite that, Piccolo is definitely an African Namekian, fam. And this brings me to the end of the flick. If you lot got any underrated or even characters that I said you don't think are black, put them in the comments below so I can see some different things. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But I hope you man have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
How come like you forgot like Boondocks was in there, man? You forgot Boondocks was in there. Like, they could have been like, they could have been a reference, but nah, that's too plain. You know what I mean? That's too plain. But yeah, I agree kind of with him. You know, there is like a weird part of them characters that seem like and act like they're black and stuff. You know, like black people can cosplay in any type of way. You know what I mean? But you just never know. What race they are really. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of like mixed people in Arizona and in California here. But I do hope y'all enjoy this video, man. Like, subscribe. Oh yeah, bro, Elgato's black. You see my mouse? Look, the mouse that you see. I think y'all know Elgato from Friday Night Funkin'. He's black too, so don't forget to put him. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. If you're new, make sure y'all follow me on my Instagram, just in case if I'm going from YouTube and post any updates on where I'm at. Make sure y'all tap into that Discord. It's gonna be lit for more future videos. I'll see y'all. And I'm out. I'm gone. Peace.